This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1344. Why Your Work Life Should Never Be Built on the Silicon Valley Model by Pullein of Pullein.com. And hey there, I am Dan. I'm your host, and welcome to this Wednesday edition of the podcast, where I read to you every single day, talking about work, productivity, entrepreneurship, and a whole lot of related topics. So we're going to get right to it today as we optimize your life. Why Your Work Life Should Never Be Built on the Silicon Valley Model by Pullein of Pullein.com. I've been reading Lab Rats, How Silicon Valley Made Work Miserable for the Rest of Us by Dan Lyons, and I've been amazed that intelligent and incredibly talented people have become so obsessed with working for a Silicon Valley startup that they are willing to sacrifice not just their private lives, but their dignity and health as well. Our work should be enjoyable and fulfilling, but it should not become all-consuming. Work is something we need to keep us mentally healthy. It gives us a purpose and a reason to get out of bed in the morning. It also provides an income so we can put food on the table and enjoy the benefits of living in an amazing world that allows us to travel to far-off places that would have taken months to get to just 100 years ago. But that does not mean we should allow work to consume all our time. We need rest and relaxation too. One reason you need time for yourself is to preserve your ability to be creative. Our creative ideas do not come from sitting in front of a computer screen 20 hours a day dealing with the same issues. They come from nature, from getting outside and spending time with friends and family, and the experiences we have when we are not doing our work. You will never improve your skills doing the same stuff every day over long periods. To improve your skills, you need time away from your work. But far and away, the most important reason you need to be taking sufficient rest is for your health. If you're not taking care of your health, then no matter how much money you earn working in a slavish startup culture, it will not be beneficial to you, as you will not have the health, energy, and vitality to enjoy it. Sure, you might think because you're still young, you can slow down and take care of your health later, but that rarely happens. The damage you do to your health today will come back and haunt you later. Heart disease, back, shoulder, and neck problems develop when you're young and become debilitating in your later years. Is that obsession for money really worth that sacrifice? Instead, you should be developing yourself, building healthy, positive habits, and seeing your work as a purpose. Developing real meaningful friendships will always be better than developing a network of acquaintances you only use to further your career. Here are a few ideas that will go a long way toward helping you develop the right mindset for a healthy, positive life. 1. Always make time for yourself. This needs to be a daily activity. Whether you meditate, exercise, or journal, you need time each day for yourself. Giving yourself 30 to 60 minutes each day to do something you love doing will give you the necessary mental space to relax, have fun, and focus on yourself. Exercising, walking, and meditating are 3 activities that should form a part of your daily life. It does not mean spending hours in the gym or out running. It just means you get around 30 minutes of physical activity each day and some quiet time to reflect and relax. 2. Never sacrifice your sleep time. As more and more scientific research is being published on the debilitating effects of not getting enough sleep, we should all be aware now of the dangers of persistent lack of sleep. Without the right amount of sleep each night, you will never be able to perform at your best. So, take some time to work out how much sleep you need and make sure you get that each night. The long-term damage consistent lack of sleep does to your health is just not worth it. Trying to do an all-nighter might sound heroic, but the reality is you're not going to be doing your best work or be efficient if you are in a state of sleep debt. You'd be far better stopping, getting a good night's sleep, and returning to your task refreshed and alert the next day. 3. Review your personal goals and objectives once a week. When we allow ourselves to become absorbed in the daily grind, we lose sight of what is important to us as individuals. We are constantly firefighting at work and never stopping to look up to see if what we are doing is important to us as individuals. This is why each week you should be reviewing what you've done and asking if what you did that week aligned with your personal goals and objectives. If your goal is to start your own business, for example, how much time did you spend developing your business ideas? How much time did you give to yourself and your personal relationships? If you spent all your time on your work issues, then you know you need to adjust things so you're giving yourself time to work on what is important to you. And 4, spend time with the people that matter to you. Relationships are important. We humans are social beings and we need that connection with people that matter to us. If you are not spending time with the people you love, and instead are spending all your time in your place of work thinking, when I'm rich, I'll be able to spend more time with my friends, you are deluding yourself. Money never replaces real friendships, and you will never feel you have enough money. Make sure you spend quality time each week with the people that matter to you. It will give you more balance and happiness than money ever will. When you take a little time each week to work on yourself, your health, and your relationships, you will have far better balance in your life. You will find yourself much more relaxed, and your creativity will explode. Now that's a far better way to live your life than being a lab rat, chasing something that will never bring you long-term happiness or health. You just listened to the post titled, Why Your Work Life Should Never Be Built on the Silicon Valley Model by Pullein of Pullein.com. We're driven by the search for better. But when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out those incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster, and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/startup. So just go to Indeed.com/startup right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. And thank you so much to Carl for letting us share the articles from his site regularly here at OWD. Carl is a renowned productivity and time management coach who's now helped thousands of people around the world get better at managing their time and become more productive using technology they carry around with them every day. You can check out his podcast, which is called the Working With Podcast, and Carl has written 3 books on productivity and time management, and he's also got a couple of courses you can check out. They're called Time and Life Mastery and Your Digital Life. His stated purpose is to help people learn how to manage their time so they can enjoy their lives and build a life they are truly proud of. And Carl is also featured on Optimal Living Daily, which is the original show in our network, so you can check out that podcast for more. And be sure to come by carlpullein.com to show your support, and that is Carl, C-A-R-L, Pullein, Pullein.com. That wraps up our episode for today. I do hope you enjoyed the post from Carl and that you'll join me again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.